The next person to be honored is David Meaney, and speaking for him today is Jen Valachi.
Hi, everybody. Eastern Point is just a memory now in the hearts and minds of all the staff and all the children that came through. And it was my intention to stand up here and give a whole rat-a-tat-tat day on all the impact that you have had on children. But they say actions speak louder than words, and I want to apologize to a colleague if I am in the process of embarrassing him, but that will not stop me. I'm going to
take away some of my glory.
I'm going to ask Mr. Moon, my new colleague over Catherine Konowski, please stand up for a second. Nice loud voice. Will you tell him why you're here?
I'm here because of Mr. Meaney. I'm a 4th grade teacher now. Catherine Konowski. Mr. Meaney was my 5th grade teacher. And when I look back at some of the reasons why I went into the teaching profession, I can definitely trace those decisions to my experiences in Mr. Meaney's class. So I'm here because of you, Mr. Meaney. Thank you.
And as Lori knows, what better testimony is that? But I'm going to talk about it, maybe switch directions since I saw Ben was here today, what I want to speak about concerning Dave. And since I'm not going to talk about his impact on children, I will talk about his impact on the staff. Morale is I think, something that we don't think much about, and I don't think we give it enough attention, that in these days of no child left behind, testing-driven instruction, 50% of new teachers leaving the field, what it's like to walk into a school and know that no matter how your day has gone, or will go for that matter, that when you see Dave Meaney in the hall or you see him in the teacher's room, he's going to brighten your day. And that's what Dave did for every single one of us, every single day that he was there. And we all left lighter and brighter, and we have so much to thank Dave. And the teacher room has never been the same since then. The jokes certainly are not the same. Quality's very down. But on behalf of all the students, and there have been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, because Dave is kind of old and things so, on behalf of and dozens of staff members whose life was made better, I want to thank you for being in our lives.
Good afternoon. As you look at the list of nominees this year, you will notice that I'm the thorn amongst the lovely roses. And I'm proud and honored to be part of this group. When Jennifer told me that I was being nominated for the Groton Educators Hall of Fame, I reflected on my career. And I look back to the very first day I started teaching. I remember walking up the pathway to Eastern Point School between those two big pine trees that are no longer there, going up into the building, and one of my first thoughts was, what a beautiful old building. And my principal at that time was Bartsdale Macbeth, and my first assignment was a combination 5th and 6th grade classroom. My 6th graders were Eastern Point students, and my 5th graders were bussed in from Mary Morrison. And they really didn't want to be there. As I think most young teachers starting out experienced that first year as a challenge. And it was a challenge for me. But I made it through the first year, and my students made it through the first year. Hold it just a minute. Lesson plans. I was very fortunate because I was embraced by the Eastern Point families, the Eastern Point community, and over the years, I got to teach some wonderful students. And I got to teach alongside some of the finest teachers in Groton, and I learned from them every day. That's how I was able to hone my craft. Well, the years marched on, I got older, and Eastern Point School got older. And all of a sudden, I'm knocking on the doors of retirement. I'm saying, where did all these years go? And I think really the only answer to that question is, when you're doing something you love to do, time goes by quickly. And I think that's what happened to me. One of the things that I always wanted to do before I retired was to get to teach in a brand new school. Eastern Point School was going to be remodeled 20 years before I retired. Never happened. But there was that little undercurrent. Oh, it'll be remodeled. It's going to get rebuilt behind West Side. Oh boy, I was waiting. I wanted to be in a new building. But it never came to pass. Last fall, the education gods were smiling at me because last fall, Don Bassey, my old principal and friend, called me and said, "Hey Dave," he says, "I've got this grant." He says, "and I want to ask some retired teachers back to tutor. And would I be interested?" Well, I jumped at the opportunity. And so for the last 6 months, I've been tutoring at my new school, Catherine Kalnaski School, and I've been having a wonderful time working with the Eastern Point children once again. And that's not the best part of it. The best part of it is I'm working for some young teachers who amaze me every day. They bring so much to the table. They deal so well with their students. And one of them is Ben Moon. And I'm so proud to be in your class. I would like to thank everybody for this great honor. Thank you all very much.